What's going on, everybody? This is your man Spaceman Stu, aka the Black Phoenix Productions. You're tuned into the UAP radio show, the Underground Apocalypse podcast show, where we take the underground world and turn it upside down to the surface. And today is, what's the day? Tuesday? No, today is Wednesday. And we another special edition here on the UAP radio show where we're highlighting positive role models in here in the community. And today I have the pleasure of sitting with author of the community. He's came out with 2 books. I'm working on a 3rd, and I can attest to the knowledge that's in these books just from the knowledge of knowing this man. I know that everything is in this book is very vital information to life, and everybody can use it. But without further ado, I'll let you hear from the man himself. How you doing, Mr. McClain?
Fine, sir.
How's everything going with you?
It's going pretty good.
So
I can't complain right now.
It won't do no good.
No, it won't.
I heard an old man say, you get started on that complaint train to get on the destination to nowhere.
Yeah, that can quickly be done.
Yeah, it definitely can. But I don't want to hold up. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I go by my written name. As far as my writer's name, Terry Lee McClain.
Okay.
And I was raised in Kings Mountain, and in and around that area there, Ebenezer. I was raised there as a small child, and that's who I am right now today. I try my best to speak positive and motivate people to do better in life than some of the rugged roads I took to get to this point. I want to make the next man's journey shorter than mine.
Right.
And so that's what I'm about right now.
See, a lot of people they take their past life, like you said, the rugged road that you took. A lot of people don't look at that as life lessons. They'll see somebody doing it and they'll just, oh well, versus taking some type of insight from that person's life, like, okay, this is something I may want to do, this is something I don't want to do. And even with that, especially as far as crossing the generations, younger people, as far as with older people, there's a lot of wisdom in the elders. And the youth has a lot of strength and, the dreams and the drive, but they don't want to take heed to what some of the elders are saying, that is passing on that wisdom, like, hey, I've been down that road, like you were saying, that ain't a road you might want to go down. But if you do, I can give you some advice to help you through that road. Is that the type of, things that you have, in your books and that you try to speak on to people about?
Yes. Basically, it's like I try my best to inspire in my books and motivate people. It touches on some religion, and most of all, it touches on making an individual a better person to society. I come up in a time where things wasn't always in order like we would want it, the best materialistic things, but we made it, and that's what drove me to eventually become a writer. More than anything, I used to love to read and write in school, and I learned from being around other elders that the importance of writing and reading and just trying to be a good member of society is what I strive to become, and that's where it is. The wisdom that I try to use to inspire somebody in my books is old wisdom. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's a method and a way to do positive things, instead of all these negative things that's going on around you.
Right.
You don't have to get attached to those things. And my books are to motivate, inspire, guide, and give people inspirational spiritual insight. And so that's basically where I am. Like I say, the thing that drives me to do this, I learned it as a small child. And it just transitioned into adulthood. Cause like going back to history, we as adults, we have to write history as it should be written.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm probably one of the first Navy Seabees to ever come out of Kings Mountain. And it's a special branch of the Navy that's a construction battalion of engineers. And I'm quite sure I'm probably one of the first to ever come out of Ebenezer. And, things like that, accomplishments and a drive to just keep things positive is what my books are about.
So what made you want to go into the Navy initially? A lot of people have, different reasons of why they go into the Navy. Some people go for money, some people go to learn, some people go to travel, and everything that you learned up until that point, you getting ready to go into the Navy. What made you want to go to the Navy? Right.
Well, I basically started working at 16 in a cotton mill. And, through this process right here that we're doing right now, I'm not going to give too much insight on the story itself. My books are basically, what am I trying to say here? Autobiographies. And my first initial thing was I was working as a young teenager. And I ended up, me and the plant manager fell out over some things. And after 4 years at the same place, McBest Industries in Bessemer City, I walked off the job. And I wanted to pursue what I was going to college for at the time. I was working full time and going to college also. But I ended up walking off the job, and at that point, I had gotten my own apartment and was doing my thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Living on your own.
Yeah, living on my own, man. And sure enough, my bills got behind. And I knew I had to do something. But my inner person was telling me, man, you don't want to work in the cotton mills all your life.
Right.
And sure enough, that's why I joined the Navy. Because I didn't want to break my back and still, after years and years and years of working in cotton mills, you haven't accomplished what you really initially feel like you wanted to accomplish.
Right.
And so that's what drove me to go to the Navy.
And see, that's kind of how it is for me. I know, parents, work in different warehouses, different jobs, this, that, and third. And, I worked with myself, going through college, started working early, got the worker's permit, started working at Food Line, worked there for about almost 4 years.
Right.
And, they started bringing other people in, and they was paying them more than I was getting paid.
Exactly.
So I'm like, how am I? I've been here almost 4 years, and they making more than me coming in out the door. So, that was just something I caught early. But, as time went on, working in the warehouse, just is not what I want to do. Have to wake up early in the morning. I'm still tired. I might be up from the night before.
Exactly.
Or whatever the case may be. And I'm in here breaking my back, and I'm getting paid pennies while they're making dollars.
Exactly.
And I know I'm worth more than that. So, going on to school and stuff like that, which has led me to where I am right now, interviewing you.
Right.
Wanting to go after what I feel I need to do, and my dream and my passion and my drive.
Exactly.
And I definitely feel where you're coming from with that, because it's almost like a dead end, because you can work there for years and years and years
and never accomplish basically anything.
Right.
So, I was just determined within myself not to go that route in life.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you know, I got into the Navy, and you know, things went from there. So my passion today is, you know, is just knowing that some of the things that I have accomplished, I wouldn't have accomplished if it hadn't been for the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gave me the discipline and survival techniques to be able to survive here each day on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically my drive right now.
Okay. Now, what is the drive that's in behind your first book, I Hunt? Like, what is the drive that someone can get? I want to talk about your books.
Mm-hmm.
What is the drive that you wanted to instill in people that you yourself felt as you was writing this page after page? What is that drive that you wanted to instill in people in I Hunt, your first book?
That basically you don't have to, at this day and time, you don't have to break your back in manufacturing companies. And I'm speaking, this book was pretty much targeted toward the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't have to spend your time now in cotton mills and manufacturing companies in order to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like working, you can use your mind these days and time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get educated and you utilize your mental aspects more than you do your physical aspects to make money. That's all you're doing, making money.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to survive each day. And my first book is designed to inspire a person to go after whatever you want. Anything. If you want a yacht, go after it. You know, it's no different than Jay-Z or any of them guys that's in the business like that for music. If they got a $15 million yacht, I'll be fine with a $250,000 boat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it ain't all about the materialistic things that drive me. You know, I want to see better people this day and time. As far as the young people of this generation, I'd like to see them more prolific at what they do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what drove me to write I Hunt. Because you always have to look for what you want to achieve. You have to go out there in the world no matter what it takes sometimes. And as long as it's within the realms of the law.
Right.
So you have to hunt for what you want. And like yourself, you know, I respect you to the highest for going into your own type of work. And I admire that from the heart. And so the thing is, if I can save just one child,
mm-hmm.
one young person from destroying their life in just a few seconds, then I want to try to get people to understand my methods and ways of thinking,
mm-hmm.
as far as how to conduct yourself in everyday life.
Right.
And that's what I Hunt is about. You know, if you want to, if you don't have to sit back sometimes and say, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Go get it.
Go after it.
Go after it. It's out there for you. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, this running the streets and everything, that's not going to get you where you want to be. You know, the drinking, the doing the drugs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to guide people to the point to where they get away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the number one thing that distracts a person from becoming successful at this day and time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I am with that issue.
not only that, inspiring people to go down that path, you're almost leading them down the road to nowhere. Because, I mean, even if, you know, you do, you know, become successful in the streets or whatever, eventually it's going to come a time where that karma is going to creep back around to you for everything that you've done. It's no different from, you know, people in the community that, you know, I've heard stories of people in the community, they had 6, 7 houses, 8, 9, 10 cars, and it's the person that you see walking on the street with don't have nothing now. Right. And it comes from the lifestyle that, like you said, that, like I was saying, that karma, it comes back around. It's on the road to nowhere, and it's a better path that you can choose. Some people do it, you know. If you feel like that's what you have to do to make a means to eat, then I can't take that. I can't knock you for that.
Right.
Because
right.
every man has to figure out a way to eat on his own. But if you don't have anybody there to, you know, like you were saying, you know, hey, I've been down that road, you know, you might want to at least try to start steering away from that, you know, because after so long, you know, it might be people that might see you doing something, did see you doing good in the streets, might get him or something like that.
Right.
It happens.
It happens every day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I try to maneuver people around those kind of obstacles in order that you could be able to enjoy life for what it's purposed to be for. You see what I'm saying? I love life.
I love it.
I love it, man. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. And somebody gave you yours and gave me mine. So I want to show people how to live a better life other than suffering all the time.
Right.
Within yourself. You know, you got to understand yourself before you understand anybody else.
Right.
And I've become a person that understands me more than anybody else I know. And I do well each and every day of my life right now. And at age 53, I feel comfortable with where I am with my position in life right now.
And that's the main thing. You have to feel comfortable with yourself and where you are in life. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to give that comfort out to anybody else.
Right.
I tell you what, we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come right back. We're gonna come right back off of this conversation.
Okay.
You're tuned into the UAP Radio Show. We're gonna come right back and hear a word from our sponsors.
Here at Naturally You Day Spa, I focus on providing you with affordable quality spa treatments and beauty enhancements. I only use naturally produced products so that way you can still stay natural. I offer common services like eyebrow waxing, lash extensions, full body waxing, and customized facials. To cater to the schedule of the modern day working woman, I can meet you at any time that is convenient with you. Here we like for you to embrace your natural beauty. We don't want to do anything to change you, just simply enhance you. So if you ever come to Naturally You Day Spa, expect a good time, a nice environment, and to just have you feeling naturally you.
You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
Chicken wings with a side of fries, man, that's all you need. Losses are the cooking, make you wanna lick your fingers clean. Taste so good it almost make you wanna go and slap your mama, please. You can watch them drop them, freshly cooked and tossed in sauces. Free. That's right, everybody. Only down at Three Brothers Catering, located at 213 North Piedmont Avenue, Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Can you get your wings cooked fresh right in front of you? Then leave dripping in homemade sauce for free. Fish plates, hot dog and hamburger plates with cheese. All come with fries laid on the side. Cooked fresh, made to order. The low salt of cooking guarantees its customers delicious, fresh and hot food every Friday through Saturday evening. Now I know you're probably asking yourselves, what about Sunday? Don't feel like cooking Sunday dinner? Call 704-671-8265 and ask about the Sunday special to feed four. Share this video or take a picture when you pick up your food to get a special discounted price. And don't forget to like the UAP Radio Show page.
What's going on, everybody? This is your man, Spaceman Stu, aka the Black Fiend, Black Phoenix Productions. You're tuning right back into the UAP Radio Show. We're having a special interview with Mr. Terry McClain himself. before we went to break, we were talking about changing yourself and being able to, if you don't have it in yourself, you can't give it out. Right. And that makes me think about a song by Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. When I first heard that song, I was little when I heard it. I just liked it, but I never really got the concept of what he was meaning behind it until I got older. If you want to change somebody else, you got to change yourself first.
Exactly.
If you want somebody to have more love, you need to have more love in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give something out if you don't have it.
Right.
If you can really change yourself and change that man that's looking right back in you in the mirror, you can change anybody. Exactly. And see, that takes me back to what you were saying. If I change one person, that one person can have a click in their mind to have the idea to change everybody else. You never know who you may be inspiring. You might say, I only change one person. That one person could have changed everybody. Whoever changed Martin Luther King or whoever changed Malcolm X, that one person that changed them, that affected so many.
Exactly.
And that's what I like about what you were saying, especially as far as with the book. If you can change one person, you never know how many people have the mindset, hey, I can do better. I seen this person doing this, and now they doing this, I can do better.
Right.
Is that the type of transition that it goes into within your second book, or how does the second book relate to I Hunt?
Well, basically, the second book entails my experiences through life, and the good and the bad, and it leads on to me being able to say, hey, at my point in my life, I have done what I want to do to a certain degree, and I want to give back. So when the storm is calm, I'm basically saying, hey, I done been through everything in life that I can possibly come against me. And all the storms and things that people have in their lives, a plethora of things. And it's like, I feel like at this day and time, I'm gonna be okay the rest of the way.
Right.
And that's what the storm is calm is basically about, is leading from I Hunt and putting emphasis on being a better person in society. How to go about, straying away from the bad people that enter your life. How to stray away from standing on the street corner asking for change. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not going to help yourself like that.
No.
And that's basically what it drives on. And like I say, I don't want to open up too much because I want the audience, my readers, to really get the full impact of what these mysterious books are about. I call them mysterious.
Right. You gotta read it to find it out.
You got to read it to find out what's going on in it.
Okay. So, well, let me ask you this. I know you don't want to give too much on it, but what's one chapter, out of the first two books that just touched you, very deeply, that would get somebody to, hey, I got to read the rest of this. What's one of the chapters or one of the stories that you feel are one of those go-to stories that anybody hears about it, they're gonna want to read the rest of it? Like, I guess your favorite chapter out of the two books.
That would be Just Be You. It's in the second book of The Storm is Calm. No, I must correct myself. In these first two, I have a set of poems that I've written in the first one, I Hunt. And that collection of poems is what really excites me about writing and hope for the next person that may read it. I do in my third book, which is called A Race to the End. I wrote a chapter called Just Be You. And to pull that back to what we're talking about now, I'm saying, hey, you can't be anybody else. Just be yourself. And you'd be surprised at how other people attract to you, being yourself, other than always trying to be like somebody else or not being who you really are as a human being. And so those type of chapters like that, they really can, I believe they really can grab people that to the point to where I'm not just writing these books for fun.
Right.
This is a very serious matter.
I have fun doing it, but
I have fun doing it, but it's not funny.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At all. There's some real people out there that are in trouble, and they just might need some guidance to get them back on track to what they initially wanted to do when they were younger. You know, no kid wakes up or you ask a question to a child. No child is going to tell you, I want to be a rapist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell you, I want to be a serial killer.
Right.
They're going to tell you something positive, and they're going to say something nice. And at some point, I believe every child, if they're not mentally challenged in some type of way, have the capacity to become that very person they initially wanted to be in life. Somewhere it just got off track. And my books are to guide people that has fallen perhaps below their standards as a human being, perhaps get them going again.
Right.
To give them a step ladder as to how this thing is done called life. It's not that difficult.
It's not. It's easier and simpler than a lot of people
Yeah.
look at. But the thing about it is you have so much media and so many people putting out these other images. Oh, this is the life you need to live. This is how you're supposed to do things.
Right.
And it eventually, if the mind is not strong enough, it can corrupt the mind to believing, hey, this is what I got to do. This is it takes your mind off. I'm focused on this. This is what I want to do. Like, say for instance, I wanted to be a doctor as a kid. You know, somebody comes along with, you got to go 8 years, do this. It's easy if you get out here and do this, such and such, such and such, and slowly but surely their mind gets off of it.
If you feed into it, you can absorb things that really in the forefront of your mind you ain't paying attention to. And that's what I want to deter people from, is feeding into everything that you see on social media, TV, and movies or music or whatever. You know, you don't have to feed into those things that people say about you as an individual. You have to learn to understand who you are and present that person to society. And hey, everything will begin to work out for you. I really believe that.
I truly believe that as well, because like you were saying on the chapter, just be you. I feel like there's nobody better than me because I'm being the best me that I can be.
Right.
There's nobody better than you because you're being the best you that you can be.
Exactly.
If you want to strive to be the best you can be, you don't have to worry about anybody. You're your own competition. Make yourself your own competition. I was telling the guy that one time we was recording in the studio, he was like, man, you know, I look at, you know, I hear people's raps and this, that, and the third, and I got to write something better. And I was like, no, I don't do that. Beat yourself if you want to do that. If you know you are a good artist or a dope artist or however you want to classify yourself, you believe in yourself, top your last rhyme. Even in the song you're doing, if you got 3 verses to it on your first verse, oh, I killed that. I'm going to kill my first verse on the second one, on the third one, and so forth and so forth. Be your own competitor. Like, it was I think it was a commercial with Michael Jordan, and they had him in the present playing against the defense of him, and it was just the image of it.
Right.
But that was a powerful image. Compete against yourself. Don't worry about nobody else.
Don't worry about nobody else.
Nobody else can stop you.
Because you ain't going to try to beat yourself.
No. You're not going to beat yourself to the point where you can't do nothing. But you can inspire yourself to motivate yourself to be better.
Exactly.
And if chapters are like that, let me ask you this. When can people look for the third book, just based off of what you talked about?
Basically in probably around September, maybe August or September of this year.
Okay.
I should have it published and released. I favor it more than the other 2 so far. I plan to take a break and you know, who knows what's next. I may even try to make a novel. Right now, I'm just concentrating on trying to get exposed to the point to where people are reading my books and actually applying what they have read. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm aiming for right now. But the third one should be out around September or August or September. Mm-hmm.
Just off of you saying that ties directly back to what I just now saying. You said you like the third one better than your first two. You topped yourself. You got in your groove. You got everything going. So this third one, I already know just from off the first two. If you was inspired by the first one, you know, as far as with the poems and where you led to as far as talking about just be you, mm-hmm. I already know. People, get ready to go get these books. You can go to Amazon, Google Play. You can type in I Hunt by Terry Lee McClain. And what's the second one called?
The Storm is Calm.
The Storm is Calm. Go look those books up and go get them on Google Play, Amazon. Look those up. We have plenty of authors in our community that want to help people in our own community that's from our communities that a lot of people don't know about. And that's what UAPRadio hopes to do, to bring more light to authors like yourself and people who want to motivate people to do better in society. Because that's where it starts at, with the community. If you can't build the foundation around the community, when those people leave out of the community, they're going to leave out with those same core foundations. If they don't have anything, they're going to leave out with nothing.
Mm-hmm. And,
I agree. Is there anything that you want to leave the people with and let them know, you know, about you, why your books are important in life, and just an overall message that you would want to leave with somebody?
Okay. I want to leave basically a legacy that my writings and my history and experiences in life did help somebody correct their way of going through life. I often reflect on the streets as far as, you know, how people are conducting themselves as far as running the streets. Mm-hmm. You know, for the young, the streets are never going to be defeated. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're undefeated. They're going to stay undefeated. Forever. And I would like people to know that, you know, I'm open all the time, anytime, day or night, to listen to somebody that wants to talk. And you know, you don't have to be famous in order to make a contribution to society.
Right.
That's what I really want to leave. You know, is a means of helping the next man shorten his path through life as far as, you know, accomplishing materialistic things and a spiritual understanding of what this is all about. That's basically what I want to accomplish.
There we have it, folks. You're tuned into the UAP radio show, the Underground Apocalypse podcast show, where we take the underground world and turn it upside down to the surface. You just now heard from Terry Lee McClain himself, the author. Oh man, y'all go get these books. I Hunt, The
Storm is Calm.
The Storm is Calm. I want to say the calm before the storm. The Storm is Calm, and get ready for his third book. I'm telling you.
A Race to the End.
A Race to the End. Go look these up. Amazon, Google Play. Go look them up on you type them in on Google.
Authorhouse.com, Barnes & Noble. They're on like 30,000 websites worldwide. So
all right. I didn't know that myself. I didn't know that myself. So you're out there.
I'm out there. It's just a matter of people tuning in to what I have to say, and you know that's what I'm continuing to work on.
And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure people know about you.
All right.
I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with me and open up about your life and about your books and bringing more people into what you do and your lifestyle and what you want to do to help society. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well, folks, we'll holler at you again. It's the UAP Radio Show with your man Spaceman Stu, a.k.a. the Black Phoenix Productions. And we out. Peace and love to everybody out there as well.
forget, ladies, for your prom specials, I have you covered. If you would like to get your makeup done here with me, it'll just be $35, and that includes lash extensions, as well as if you bring a friend, you'll get a free brow waxing. And Mother's Day as well, I have a really good thing going on. We're going to do a whole pamper party for all our mothers on Mother's Day with the purchase of a voucher of $25. You and your mom can come and she'll get a free mini facial, a free brow waxing, and any additional add-ons will just be $5. There'll be food, wine, good company, and we'll all just have a good time. So see you on Mother's Day and see you for prom, ladies.
I don't know about anybody else, but after a long, hard day's work, I be wanting a tall glass of wine. And then to go along with it, something real good to eat. You know, somewhere real laid back, chill. Almost like you're right there at home. I guess you could call it your own little heaven on earth. Well, anytime I get the feeling like that, I always head over to Angels. They take care of my every need. I mean, with great pricing and the great menu selection, what more could you ask for? Cause after I finish using the free Wi-Fi, I head over to check out the new jewelry, furniture, and home decor they have for sale as well. So come on down to 101 East Virginia Avenue, Bessemer City, North Carolina, and tell them Spaceman sent you.